Oh, Gary Clark Jr. has entered.
It was a little bit of the Clarkmeister.
The Clarkmeister. Clark
Right.
Griswold.
Yeah, and that's a great segue because he is an Epiphone player.
He is.
And
He's a
we're
proper
talking
player.
about Epiphone guitars today.
He's a proper player.
How are you, Mr. Pete?
I'm good.
This is my first
video. Yeah, you're back from holiday. I still got this. I've tried everything. Everybody's suggested to drink juice and do exercise. I've done it all. I still got this cough. I still got cold.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are some spot run, or whatever the correct terminology is for this.
Limited.
Yes, so we're taking sort of some relatively regular spec Epiphone guitars that you would have seen in the past, but just putting a twist on them to give them, you know, a little extra summer holiday flavour. So it might be things like a 335 with a Bigsby on it and some block inlays. Super cool.
Super
What's
cool.
that colour?
Watermelon.
Oh,
Watermelon
Harry
sugar.
Styles signature 335.
The band I play in, the guy's called Gary, and we play some Harry Styles, so we call him Gary Styles.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, we have to.
So that's cool.
That's
We've
super
got a regular 335 with some block inlays on it and a figured top.
That's new idea. Yeah.
The Les Paul's probably the most, or the least interesting one, but it's cool if you like that colour. So typically in the Epiphone range, you could only get Heritage Cherry on a 50s.
Yeah.
This is a 60s spec
Slimmer neck
standard.
Yep.
Oh, this is cool, baby.
Yeah, man. This is something I haven't seen before.
50s Les Paul in black with a Bigsby.
Fat neck on it. Lovely.
Very cool. Actually, this is nothing to do with all the rest of the Epiphone guitars, but it is Epiphone and it's news. This is the new Youngblood signature. Youngblood. SG. Then we've got, which what I had at the beginning, so we've got some Les Paul customs, but with chrome hardware and figured tops. So you get quilt tops or flame tops, which are pretty cool.
Blood.
Same deal in an SG, so like an SG custom, but again with chrome hardware and a figured top. Yeah. And then last but by no means least, there's a 355.
345. And in two colours as well.
Into
the red
absolutely,
one, and the black
one.
That's very cool.
It's very cool, yeah, with a hardtail, normal hardtail. So let's just go through. None of the spec in terms of pickups and woods and stuff like that is different to the previous Epiphone stuff. So we're not going to go too deep into all that. We'll just have a little bit of a play. Yeah. That's the one that you like the best.
This is my favourite one of all of these because it looks incredible. We had the custom shop version of this was hanging in the shop. And it was a watermelon sugar high color, and it was, but without the Bigsby on it. But it was like $7-8 grand. I mean, look at this. You even got you even got that custom, and everything just looks right on it.
The faded cherry. I know they're calling it watermelon. I think they've actually captured that really quite cleverly.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Give us a noodle.
I love a Bigsby.
It's a good trend.
It looks great. Right? It looks amazing.
And at the end of the day, as long as it looks great, you can forgive everything else.
There is one thing, you can, absolutely. That's just like you and me. If we look great, you forgive how we are and act and talk to each other. This is the Bigsby. I prefer the one where the strings go through. This one has got the little
pegs. Yeah, and you have to hook they are a bit fiddly, those, aren't they?
Yeah, pegging one of these is a nightmare to do that. So. Put a bit of Dane on. I like this guitar, man. It's great. You don't need to hear anything else because there's so many guitars we need to go through.
I think we will rattle through them. It is, mate. Like I say, if you've heard these Epiphone models in other videos over the years, you know the vibe. It's colours and small spec details.
This is cool. You know what I really love? I love this little plate here.
What does it say?
Custom made.
Custom made. That's where Jared has his blues power thing on there, isn't it? Right, well, let's talk about, again, we're not doing this in any particular order. This is the Les Paul Custom, so if you're not familiar with the Les Paul Custom, we've obviously got the double bound body, front and back.
Handsome guitar, that.
It is, beautiful guitar. Now, normally I think you would see these in black or white with the gold hardware, but these have obviously been kind of blinged up a little bit with a translucent top, a figured top, so you've got flame in the red, quilt in the blue. In terms of the neck, it's kind of like a 60s slim carve.
Yeah.
Grover style tuners. Yeah. Got a different fretboard material on this than the other ones. I'm going to guess that this is ebony.
It looks like,
but again, specs will be on our website.
Yes. Link below where you can like and subscribe as well.
Oh, we're out of touch, man. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Easily forgot.
Neck. Sounds like a Les Paul.
It sounds like a Les Paul.
Got no coil taps or anything like that, just good old fashioned. What should we go, Dane?
It always sounds good.
Gnarly, nothing wrong with that. Take a bit of the volume back and... It's a rock machine, it's a Les Paul, it looks nice. What else is there to tell you?
That's nothing else. Is there, so this is the blue and the red one?
Mahogany back.
Great, man.
Maple top, flame maple top, mahogany neck.
Yeah.
I think it's really all that's important to know about that. It is like a slim, modern feel. And like I said, I'm not going to, well, you heard me play the blue one at the beginning, but they're your two colour choices there. I'll play the SG after this. Anyway, what you got there, Mr.
What I've
Pete?
got here, I've got the Les Paul 50s styles. It's got a much chunkier neck on it than the 60s over here. And it's got a Bigsby again, which is super cool because I have not seen that on any Epiphone at all, ever, I don't think.
Epiphone Les Paul with a Bigsby? You might be right there.
I don't think I've ever seen that, unless somebody's aftermarket.
On Gibsons, but not Epiphones.
And you know what, I tell you what, it looks great in the black, doesn't it? Just a black Les Paul looks great all the way around.
Every so often you see a player go out and they've got a black Les Paul.
Yeah.
And you do literally just go, respect.
Yeah.
You're not going for the bling, are you? It's just...
No
and
bling.
It looks great.
Hardline bling. Okay, we're going straight into tones on neck pickup. Sounds great, man. No push pulley. It's super simple, I like it.
It's the only trem system that looks right on a Les Paul, isn't it? You put like a Floyd on it, like Neil Schon or whatever like that, and I always think it's like, what are you trying to do? It looks cool.
Yes, I would agree, and I think less Telecasters with this on looks great too. 335s with this on looks great. It just looks great.
It's just a good looking trem system, isn't it?
It's a great looking trem system. I like it. Picasso. It's got a fatter neck, so you just need to get used to that. almost tunes better than a Gibson. It's almost there. See, that's what you get with. I mean, we could put this in the video. I think we should, because this is consumer advice. When you buy a more affordable guitar with a more affordable version of a Bigsby, I have got a suggestion for you guys. You can buy these springs, right? You can buy them off Reverend. They make springs you can buy, which is a special spring that Reeves Gabrel has come up with, or Duesenberg, and they put these different springs in here, which actually makes a huge difference.
It's a higher.
It's just a better quality.
More springy, or
it's just a better quality spring, okay. And it just allows for it to settle back into where it was before. So that's worth spending, I don't know, 10 quid on maybe. It's just worth. I find
with a lot of trem systems, but Bigsby's in particular, that you just have to, as the player, you have to literally be playing, and then you use it, and then you can hear that what's happened is you've pushed it down.
Pull it back a bit.
It just hasn't quite returned. It's like a microsensor. All you do, and people won't even notice. You just go like that, and then all of a sudden it's back. And I just think that's like.
Let's see. So if we go.
Yours is almost the other way. Yours, if you pull back, it goes slightly sharp, so you've got to put. But it's like it's very subtle, and I think every Bigsby player will probably go, yeah, I have to do that with my guitar.
But now let's put some gain on. See, now it's out of tune. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Cool. All right, so here we go, SG. If you've never played an SG before,
ever.
The first thing that you, or I always notice anyway, is that because the neck is joined right at the edge of the body, whereas if you look on a Les Paul, the neck kind of sets in, it always feels like my left hand placement is slightly further away from me, so it's a slightly different feeling guitar to play.
You're used to holding much shorter things.
Well, perhaps that's what it is. Other than that though, again, we've got the same kind of control layout and pickups that we'd have on a Les Paul. Grover tuners, very slim feeling neck as well, nice and comfy to play, quite a bit lighter than the Les Paul. I don't think we've got the SG in anything other than the blue.
Okay.
I don't think it's in the red. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but again, diving over to the website to find out.
Sounds great, man.
Right, so that's the SG. What have you got now? 335? So this is
the 335 with the block inlays, which is the 60s or the 64. Clapton played that, didn't he? He was playing one of these. You know, he's played the and it's got a figure top. I mean, it's not super flamey, but of course they're all going to be different. So you get more flames down here. On the back, there you go. Just flip it over.
Guitar.
It's a pretty guitar. It's just. People say it's the most.
I'm not sure. It's an odd one, that one, isn't it? I can't remember whether the tuners Should they be Grovers on a 64?
No,
Or you think it's
should they?
still the old tulip clues-y things? But I guess your main thing is the block inlays and the figured top, isn't it? So
This, I love this.
you like that?
Yeah, I think it looks better.
Back in the day, the Grovers would have been considered an upgrade, wouldn't they? But I think you're right. Visually,
sometimes,
the tulips look nice.
Sometimes it's
they?
not good to upgrade.
I agree.
I tell you, just leave it as
profound.
it is. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes just leave it as it is. A bit of reverb from the Flint. You know, shaking the neck on a guitar doesn't do anything.
I can't hear that,
That's
Pete.
all.
It's not doing anything.
Middle position. From the Doppler, from the Deco.
It's a good pedal.
Anyway, that's not what we're playing. Bridge. Protein. A bit to drive a board.
Right, we've got a
My
couple more to go
ding-a-ling.
here. So this is the 345. 345, I guess, is kind of a, you know, like a blinged up version of a 335. So you'd often get different inlay and gold hardware and stuff. But
Yeah.
the main thing was it had the Veritone circuit. Oh, this feels a little chunkier. Can I
Yeah,
feel
this is slightly chunk.
Yeah, a little chunkier than the Les Pauls I've had so far. Oh, I've still got my, that's why I've got some gain on here. So no pedals. So position 1 on the Veritone is essentially off, so it will sound much the same as a regular 335. And then as I begin to turn the Veritone on, it does all sorts of tonal filters, so it begins to filter out certain notes. I think in a previous video of the 345, we had a little graphic that went on screen that actually showed you exactly what was going on, but you can hear it. So I'm just going to leave it in the neck position.
Yeah. Telephone.
Yeah,
Number 3 is pretty cool. That's kind of a. So you've got all the way up, all the way back. No, one more. That one. That's kind of a. That's kind of an old bluesy type.
Yeah,
You know, like.
I think I've
Peter
said
Green.
in the past that for me, all the Veritone does is take it from a really great sounding guitar and just make it progressively worse, but that might be a bit unfair. The last
It's
two
unfair, that's
positions,
just you.
I don't know what... Unless you want some weird telephone effect.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the last one that's unusable. But that was Veritone. Who they're famous Veritone users? Didn't B.B. King's guitar have Veritone
Yeah, I
on it,
think-
like Lucille? But again, you can play.
Shame they haven't put a
Noel
Bigsby on
Gallagher,
that. Yeah.
But didn't he? Yeah, I can't decide if there's any use whatsoever for the final position of this, but there's two different colours of this, red and black.
The red one is cool,
on
isn't it?
screen now. It's pretty cool.
They put a Bigsby on that. Right, so I've just grabbed my phone here because I just want to make sure that I was completely that I knew what I was talking about, because we never do. It's limited to 600 worldwide. YUNGBLUD SG Junior is an instant collector's item.
Is that the case?
With its hot pink lined interior case. Right.
Yeah.
And a hard shell case it comes with. It doesn't say YUNGBLUD on it anywhere. Have you noticed that? Which
Maybe.
I kind of like when an artist don't have the name on it.
I agree.
Because then it just makes it a little bit more exclusive. I like the way that the line just comes over the edge of the
I
headstock.
saw that as well. I
Right?
thought that was quite an interesting, kind of makes it look like it's got binding but hasn't.
Yeah, I like that.
No, I
That's
don't
pretty
mind
cool.
that.
I like that.
I mean, you can say what you will. Everyone's going to have an opinion about YUNGBLUD. I guess that's almost like the whole point
Dominic
of his
Harrison
sort
is his name.
of his persona.
Yeah.
But he's out there. He's writing,
out there.
you know, he's writing tunes that people seem to like, and he plays the guitar. So
Yeah.
let's encourage that.
So, I mean, there's not much to say about this guitar. It's just super simple. Volume tone, one dog ear P90.
Sounds good.
There's something about it. There's something about it, isn't there? Straight into the deputy. Let's try to put on some gain. Protein. I don't know, man.
Oh man,
It's just a cool guitar.
I'm not even going to pretend that I know anything about YUNGBLUD's music, but
No.
you know, I like the guitar.
Yeah, it's a cool guitar,
The
and the fact is that his name is not on anywhere. It opens up a whole market. I think this looks really cool,
Yeah.
and you know, I want a case with a pink interior.
Well, that's the Gibson thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You going to do the last one? Because I've run out of guitars over this side,
Oh,
so you'll have to do
no,
that.
you do that one. You're Les Paul, man.
So finally, here we go. Oh yeah, do you know what? Instantly, this is the most familiar feeling one to me. It's just a good old-fashioned 60s Les Paul standard. Again, you know exactly what this is going to sound like already, right? Half of me just thinks what we might as well just do is just jam out with
Absolutely.
this,
What
'cause
does the other half of you think, though? The bipolar side of it.
Yeah, I should just go and lay down somewhere and have a sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, this... There's nothing to tell you about this that you don't already know. I'll stay on this one to jam out with because I like it. That's a great shout.
Yeah.
And that's it. So links below if you liked any one of these, including it would appear the YUNGBLUD one as well. You'll have to go fast because there aren't very many.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you for joining us.
Like, subscribe.
I hope your air conditioning's working. And we'll see you in another video soon.